Hi, Shabi, how are you?
Hi, Diala. Fine, and you? Happy to be with you.
Same here. It's lovely to see you. And for the past few weeks, you have been distributing messages of positivity through the chain of videos that were circulating on social media. Tell us, first of all, how are you feeling? How are you spending your time in quarantine? And how is Switzerland treating you?
First of all, yes, I cannot really complain because I'm here at home confined with my family. It's difficult to complain with all the dramas happening around us. Switzerland is fine and we're safe at home. The time has been very difficult, quite dramatic, and we all try, I think, to have our little space to keep up and to keep the positive spirit up. Today, I would like to send to the Middle East Piaget family a message from the bottom of my heart. I would like now to invite you to create with me a chain of hope by sharing the special moment that I'm sure you are creating now with your family. And for sure, let us come together and use those moments to share our positive values and vibes to comfort each other's, but also to comfort the ones that are alone.
What was the concept of launching this positive chain?
Concept, it really came naturally from me when I was talking to you. In fact, it's because I think that as I said, we all need to keep this space of positivity. We cannot just have a crisis and not to keep up, and we don't want to waste with this time of crisis. We have to adapt so much, we have to adjust so much, we have to take so many decisions that we also need to find the time to say, okay, what is coming out positively about it? What can I find positive so that I can hang up to it?
For a person like you that is accustomed to having such a busy lifestyle, from traveling to meeting clients and friends and media all over the world, being part of magnificent events and exhibitions and fairs, what is the one thing that was the most challenging for you on a personal level, one, two, when it comes to managing your team?
Well, on the personal level, it's definitely the travels and meeting people. It's true that, as you said, I love seeing people, I love sharing with people, I love meeting people. And even if we manage to do it in a different way, like we do right now today together, it still is not exactly the same. And that's what I miss really on the personal side, is being able to hug my family, being able to see my parents. I miss them so much. They are not so far away from me, but I just can't see them. So that's the tough side on the personal side. But at the same time, I spend much more time with my kids also because I'm here not traveling so much. So there is always, as I said, a good side of it. And on the professional level, we were quite lucky to have started working from home policy already a year and a half ago. So that has put everyone into a kind of a easy mode when we had to start working from home really. So in a way, we adapted super quickly to working from home. We have a lot of calls, I think, like a lot of people around the world. We now adapt to new technologies, which also is great in a way. And I think we go much more straight to the point. We do less emails with 200 people in copy, so I think there are positives. Dear friends, welcome to the first ever Watches and Wonder digital world. Our teams have been working tirelessly to make sure we continue to surprise you with very special creations. This year, the dream has come true. Thanks to the hard work of our talented engineers and watchmakers, the Altiplano Ultimate concept is no longer an ambitious project, but the thinnest mechanical watch in the world that you can now wear and own.
You know, Shabi, what is surreal is when I was preparing for this interview, I had this throwback in my head. I remembered sitting with you in the booth of Piaget and SIHH, and we were discussing, in fact, how relevant fairs and exhibitions were at the current time and how we think the industry will move forward. Little did we know that we had to go through the process of evolution faster than maybe we were ready. How do you see this shift, and how was the experience of Watches and Wonder? And tell us, the challenges, the positive aspects of it.
I think that in a way, the Watches and Wonders and the fair and what we have together when we meet and when we share our novelties is a great way to exchange and to have also different discussions. But it's true that the fact that we managed to turn around very quickly and do this digital platform, I think it has opened up much more our message. I think we are much more generous in the way we give the messages. It's open to much more people, it's broader. All the watch lovers can, in fact, go deep dive into our maison, and I think that's quite nice. Meeting people, meeting you will be absolutely the priority for sure. But I think that keeping the openness of what we do, sharing this fantastic passion that we have on the watchmaking side is definitely something that I would like to keep.
Let's talk about the novelties during Watches and Wonder this year. Let's talk about the Limelight Gala collection, the evolution of the design, and why did you decide to launch it this year?
Yes, we're very proud to have been able to basically finish and be ready for the time of Watches and Wonders with the products, the creations, the novelties, with our content. And this year we decided to continue building our icon. We've been working on Gala for the last 50 to 60 years with a lot of passion behind in order to make it very distinctive with a lot of personality. And that's what we've been working hard in the last year to bring all these novelties. And all these novelties, I'm very happy because I think they're again expressing beautifully all the different arts and know-how of Piaget. They completely merge the watchmaking side with the jewelry side, the jewelry know-how. And I think that's the beauty of it. We still have a lot of bracelets that we can engrave, a lot of different motifs. The fact that we come with the sapphire gradient, that also plays a lot with the watch. We also come with this aventurine that I absolutely love because it gives really an idea of a blue sky with all the stars in it. And it's a very emotional. So I'm very happy with the novelties that we're sharing.
What's really impressive about the history and the heritage of Piaget is the fact that not only did the craftsmen and designers had a say in the style and the evolution of Piaget, but also the clients. The concept of personalization in the house of Piaget is not something new at all. And this is something that you still offer your clients. How do you think this concept will add to the heritage of tomorrow?
But I strongly believe that everything we do today, every innovation, every pioneering, let's say, action that we do is becoming part of our tradition, is becoming part of our history. And today, the fact that we continue to reinvent what we believe, our values of being also very creative, audacious, the fact that we try to express really not only our personality, but our clients' personality, the charisma of our clients. I think that the capacity to have something which is even more special for you with your own taste, with still Piaget signatures, is very strong, very powerful. Today, I think that we are more and more looking for pieces that express our own personality. We are more and more looking for pieces that are very unique and very exclusive. And Piaget is all about uniqueness and exclusivity. So the style selector that was created in the 60s, where all the women and men could choose almost everything about their watch, but still being a very Piaget watch, we wanted to reinvent that and push our boundaries because it's not easy to do this type of personalization.
Very bold. It's a very bold strategy, to say the least.
Yes, so that's why we decided to, but that's exactly why we wanted to, we're challenged by that and we wanted to come up with that again. So we have different now offers that we are completely personalizing, from the spectacular ultimate Altiplano concept watch, which is 2mm thin, to our tourbillon Altiplano, and to also the jewelry side.
Piaget also recognizes the cultures of its different clients and friends of the brand. Can we discuss a little bit in detail the Just a Moment initiative that the brand launched in Ramadan?
Yes, of course. Just a Moment initiative is again a way for Piaget to pay tribute to the emotional link that the region has with Piaget and that Piaget has with the region. We've always been so close together. We've always participated to so many initiatives from the region also. We're very happy lately to be part of very great initiatives in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, where we really bridge all these links between the cultural aspects of it, the heritage aspects of it, the craftsmanship aspects of it. So just a moment is also a way for us to pay tribute to the region and to celebrate, in a way, this very holy spiritual moment of Ramadan.
How was the reaction of the house of Piaget in the current pandemic situation? We know Piaget is very socially responsible. What actions did it take towards relieving the communities that were affected the most?
Yes, we have definitely worked first very hard to protect all our teams around the world because it's something that affected everyone. So we have worked really hard to make sure that everybody was safe, protected, working from home with a mask, with everything that we could do in a way to help that. We also encouraged our teams when they have time to take care of their own community, their very local communities. There are so many ways to get in contact with your community, to help elderly people, to help your neighbors. So we also spend a lot of time encouraging people to work on that.
Before we talk about one business question only, because I want to keep things very positive. This is ultimately why we decided to have this conversation in Ramadan during this specific time. Are you reaching out to the friends of the brands and the celebrities that endorse Piaget and use their platforms to spend these messages that we were talking about in the beginning of the interview?
We do like to have very authentic relationship, not only with our clients, but with our celebrities. And for sure, we continue to do so. So we have found ways also to stay in contact with our community, being press, being our clients, being our retailers, being our partners, being our celebrities. We've continuously talked to them. We have shared a lot of messages. And we hope that all this support, because what we need in these times is solidarity. What we need is to support each other, is to help each other. And we try to stay in contact with everyone to keep the pulse and to keep the relationship going, because that's what we are about. At the end, the Piaget Society needs to continue live in good and in more difficult times.
So true. The question that I wanted to ask you is, I came across a quote on a very well reputed business platform that said, brands that invested big in CRM to create deep and long-lasting relationships with Chinese consumers, now that the Chinese market is open, are enjoying a loyalty dividend now. Is this something that you saw with the reopening of the Chinese market?
I do believe, again, that's definitely the more the closer we are with our clients, the more authentic we are with our clients, the easier it's also to connect and to be with them. And definitely the loyalty that we have from our clients is absolutely cherished. And it's also cherished by all our salespeople. They really are in a true relationship. So yes, we are in a way continuously to doing that. We see that the clients are also responding to it. They're happy to be in touch with the brand, and they're also connecting today now that things are reopening. But as we said at the beginning, the digital world allows us not to wait for a shop to open to basically keep this relationship going. We have found many other ways to do so. And even in the region, we have found ways to, in a way, go back to what we used to do maybe 20 years ago, with a lookbook, with a paper, with digital sharing, and it creates this bond, and it helps us to be very creative.
Chabi, one last question, even though I would like to have this long chat with you as a dear friend. I miss you very much. What are you hoping to learn coming out of this lockdown? What will you pay attention to more in the future, business and personal?
I think it's a very good question, because I do hope that we all gonna learn things out of it, because again, as I said, I don't think we should waste this crisis. And on a personal side and on the professional side, there are already some elements that we grasp, and I share with my teams also, and saying, okay, this is something we need to keep for after. This is something, a new way of doing, a new way of communicating, a new way of working that we need to keep. And with the family, we talk a lot about that, because of course the kids, they also need to understand. And the fact that we talk about it and we say, okay, what is now really relevant in our world, how much relationships are important, how much sharing love is important, how much celebrating moments is important, becomes really now not only a sentence that we share during dinners, but it's also something that we know we have to do, and we started to do it even via digital. But of course, the day we can again do it physically, we will definitely do much more than what we did in the past. And I think this is something that we always say, we should never waste a minute to share our love, but we don't always do it. And here we know we have to do it.
For all the women that are watching you right now that are struggling with anxiety and being mentally healthy due to the lockdown and the economic situation they're passing through, the uncertainty of it all, where do you get this strength and positivity from, and how do you keep sane day by day?
I think it's not easy, and it's very personal from one person to the other, for sure. But I try every day to say, okay, what is positive out of it? Where can I find the positive? And the more you think about it, the more it becomes natural, and you start to see positive. Of course, we have to look for it. It's not something that suddenly it's facing you and you say, okay, it's interesting. You have to find that. You have to look for it, and the more you can exchange on it also gives you ideas. Yes, it's true. I hadn't thought about it. So I do encourage everyone to talk about it, to share the anxiety part of it, and to look for the positive, because again, you have to look for it. It's not obvious in these very difficult times. So we have to do the extra effort to look for it, and to when we have something, when we grasp something which is positive, we almost have to write it down and to look at it every day. Say, let's not forget this was something that came out that I will probably keep, or it has helped me, or I think I see something in a different way. I have a different approach to my life, and I think that's what we need to do, is to find it, grasp it, and
grasp it and spread it. In your case.
Spread the positives. Yes.
Chabi, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. I hope I get to see you very soon in one of the Piaget Society events around the world.
Thank you very much, Diala. I miss you a lot. I definitely do miss the region a lot. It was my last trip before all this lockdown, and I hope it will be my first trip. I wish you all to be safe. Ramadan Kareem to everyone, and see you very soon. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.